Hello. In this simulated video, I'm going to show you how Haffkine Pharmaceuticals can use LuitBiz DMS for managing their SOPs online without any customization. So now first let me log into the system and show you. And of course the system is completely responsive, which means that it fits all devices, whether it's a mobile or a tablet or a computer. It fits all devices, and there's no need to download any mobile apps to access this software. Now let me log into this system as an admin user. This particular user is an admin user, so this user can see the admin module. Going on to the admin module, some users have already been added to the system. As you can see, some users are already added to the system, and here we can add two types of users: full users and view users. Full users are the ones, the department users, who can actually do all the functionalities. They can make the SOPs, they can get them approved, and the view users are the ones who just need to use the SOPs perhaps, so they can just view the SOPs. Now this is basically the admin module, and in this admin module we have created a group called SOP for Haffkine Pharmaceutical. Now let's move on to what this group looks like. So from admin module, let me move on to the DMS module. I move on to the DMS module. Here, if I want to go and see my folders, I can see the folders out here. For example, if I want to see my folders, I can see that under this group called SOP, I have two main folders created. One is the controlled SOP library, the other is the SOP creation. So inside each of these folders, there are the different departments listed out. You can list out as many departments as you want as subfolders and give access to those department folders in those particular according to their department. And then there is one more main folder out here called controlled SOP library, which have the same subfolders as here. The difference is in this, let's say suppose in the QC biological folder inside SOP creation, the QC biological officers would be able to upload the SOPs and get it approved from the QC manager and then authorized by the QA manager, and and then it goes back to the to a QA officer, who then uploads it back to this controlled SOP library. And in this controlled SOP library, the SOP documents are available according to the department. Let me show you how. Let us take the example of, let's say, QC biological. Let me log in as a QC biological officer. So I go in here, I log in as a QC biological officer. So the moment I log in, I'm not an admin user, so I don't see the admin icon out here. I just see the documents icon out here. I go here and I go to upload document. So when I try to upload document, I try to open up my folder structure, and I'm going to create an SOP. So I'm going to SOP creation. So under SOP creation, I see that I'm able to upload only in this folder called QC biological. So I click on this folder called QC biological, and then I go to the next step. So in the next step, suppose I have already created my SOP in Word format in my hard disk. So I just upload that particular Word document, the SOP that I have created. Suppose I have created this particular SOP in a document format, and then I just submit this SOP. So now if I go to document list and search, and I go to list my documents, I'm still a QC biological officer, the officer who just uploaded the SOP in this folder called SOP creation QC biological. I see that I have uploaded this particular document, which is a SOP document which I have created. I can view this document out here by clicking on the red button. So now let's say that now I want to send this document for approval to the QC manager. So what I'll do is I will go to send for approval, and here I will select the name of the QC manager. Suppose Dr. Nagalkar is the QC manager, so I send it to Dr. Nagalkar for his approval. So the moment I do so, Dr. Nagalkar receives an email alert saying that something has come for his approval. So he logs into the system, and then he sees that something has come for his approval. He sees a green light out here, document approval request. So he clicks on that, and since it's a document alert, he sees that under document alerts for this a document has come for his approval in the blue box. He clicks on it, and then of course he can view the document by clicking here. And then once he is satisfied, if he is not satisfied, he can download this document, make modification and upload it as a newer version of the document. But let's say he is satisfied with the document, he can go ahead and approve the document. So he clicks on approve document, he says approve. If he can also as well reject it, but suppose it is approved, and he can put his comments as much as he wants, and then he can put in his electronic signature. This electronic signature was already uploaded to the system by him, and it is password protected. So he has to put in his electronic signature password. So he puts in his electronic signature password, and then this document goes back to the QC biological officer, Sharon. She gets alerted via email that something has been approved and it has come back. So she logs in, and then she goes into in her dashboard itself, she sees a green light that newly approved document. So a document has been newly approved and has come back to her, which she sees it out here. She clicks on it, and then she can again view the document, and she can view the approval history. She can view the comments that Dr. Nagalkar has put in, and she can see that he has signed it up. And so now she needs to send it for authorization to QA manager. So again she will go here, and she will this time send it for approval to QA manager. So she goes here, and now it goes to the QA manager, Dr. Karnik, and he's alerted via email that something has come for his approval. So he logs into the system, and then he sees that something has come for his approval. He sees it out here, document approval request, something has come for his approval. He goes here, and he sees that again this document has come for his approval. He can view the document out here, and then if he feels like making modifications, he can download and make modification and upload it as a newer version. But suppose everything is fine, he goes ahead and approves the document, and then he says publish it as a controlled copy. So he can put his comments and he can sign it. So he signs it, and again Sharon gets alerted that her document has been authorized and has come back. So she logs in again, and then she again sees that something has come back for her. So she will see that, oh yeah, this document has been authorized and has come back to her, and she can go ahead and see the approval history, and she can see that this has been authorized and it has been signed by both. Now she needs to send it to the QA officer, so that the QA officer can stamp it, can actually download it, stamp it, and then scan it and put it back to the system. So she will now send it to the QA department officer. So again she will go here and she will send it to the QA department officer. Let's say she sends it to Hemangi. So now Hemangi is alerted via email that this has come for her, for stamping and all that. So she logs into the system, and she sees that the document, there's a document which has come for her approval, or whatever you want to call it. So she sees that, and she sees that this is a document which has been, she can view the approval history. She can see that yes, this has been approved and authorized. So now it's her duty to download it and stamp it. So she can now she can go ahead and download this document to her hard disk, print it, stamp it, and then she can also inform Sharon that it has been controlled and it has been published or something. So the document will be published to the library. She will say that, and she will sign it if necessary. So so that there's a record of who has published it. And meanwhile, what she will do, she has already downloaded it, she has stamped it, she has scanned it, and now she is going to upload it to the library. So she will go to upload document. She will go to the controlled SOP library, and since it comes from the QA biological, so she clicks on QA biological, and then she has already downloaded it, stamped it, and scanned it, and maybe made it into a PDF document. So she will just upload this stamped SOP, and then she will submit it. The moment she does that, all the other users, let's say even the QC, chemical, or the plant department, or the production users, they can also view this SOP. They cannot do anything, they can just view. For example, now let me log in as a production department user. So let me log in as a production department user out here, and suppose I need to see that SOP, I need to refer to that SOP. I don't need to do anything on that SOP. So what I do is I go to list documents out here, and then I go and see the control SOP library, and I know that I want something from QC biological. So I see here, I see, okay, there is this document out here which has been uploaded by Hemangi from the QA department. It's a control SOP, and if I want to view that control SOP, I can view it out here. It is uploaded as a PDF document, and it is the control with stamped with master and control copy and all that, and then I can use that particular SOP for my processes. So this way you can manage different SOPs. Also, you can share these SOPs with the few users. There might be some users who are not involved in the SOP creation process. Let's say the stores users or the accounts users, and you just want to share that SOP with them. And any of these users or these full users can share that SOP with the view users. So let's say I want to share this particular SOP with let's say a finance user, and I can specify whether this SOP would be shared with this finance user for a particular period of time or forever. So suppose I say that this SOP is only going to be shared with this particular user only till the 27th of May 2020. So if I do this, then this particular view user, Mr. Joshi, would be able to see it only till the 27th. For example, now if I log in as Joshi, the interface for the view user is completely different. It's a much more simpler interface, and he sees that this is the SOP, the control and stamped SOP, and if he wants to view that SOP, of course he can view it out here. He cannot do anything, he cannot download, he cannot print, he cannot do anything. He can just see the SOP and refer to it at any point of time if he requires. But of course, if he has any question about this SOP, he can post this question. He can have a discussion with the full users, all the full users, whoever is involved in this SOP. If he has a question, he can post a question, and the full users can answer his question. This whole communication can take place, but the view users cannot do anything. They cannot make modification, or they cannot do any work on the SOP. So this way the SOPs of the different departments will be completely secure. They will be controlled. They will be available to the people who require them when they require them, and the complete audit trail of who has done what on the SOP and when, with complete electronic signature, would be available, which is what is required for WHO audits. So that's how LuitBiz DMS can help Haffkine Pharmaceuticals streamline their SOP processes in a very easy and cost-effective way. Thank you for watching.